Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing great. It is Thursday, September 15th. This is my first YouTube, like actually hosting a team call through YouTube Live. So like forgive me while I kind of play around with this. I know that the feature somewhere, there it is. So there's a chat feature. So if you guys have questions, you can just drop it into that on the side. Okay, let's just dive right into this. So a couple things I wanted to chat about, right? So it's the 15th of the month. How are you doing? Are you halfway to achieving your goals? Are you all the way to achieving your goals? Remember, our goal should all success club by the 15th of the month. So if you're not there yet, that's okay. Just get really clear and focused on what you've got. When is challenge group starting? Are you starting in October? What date? Have you been advertising? You know, all of those things. And if you're having questions or issues with any of that, please reach out to myself, Brenly, your upline, whoever it is. We're here to help you. So just wanted to touch base on that first. Thing I was thinking about. So I have set aside Wednesdays as my like follow-up day, and I go back through everyone that I've talked to from week, but like prior to that week. So I give at least a little bit of time. You know, if someone hasn't responded or they haven't, I see that they've read my message back, it's just a good opportunity to like ping someone. Just so you guys all know, I'm actually at the Adobe office right now. So if you see people walk by, hopefully no one walks by that I know and like sticks their head in. That would be really awkward, huh? Anyway, so if you see people walk by, I'm not at home, but what is your, so get really clear on that. Write down some notes right now. What are you going to do today to follow up with the people that you've reached out to in the last, go back to the beginning of August and start following up with those people. And then my last little like cleanup, whatever, housekeeping is, what are you reading for personal development? So we have, as a team, decided we're going to read Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. And if you're like me, a book from Audible. But just wanted to touch base on that because we've got 2 weeks, a little bit less than 2 weeks until our next team call. And that's where we'll set aside time to talk about the book. So if you're not already on it, get on it. All right, so let's dive in. And I actually have slides, so hopefully this, like I said, this is my first time going live on YouTube, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so screen share. Okay, so I'm gonna try and play it. I hope that works. I don't like this because I can't see if you guys are. Present to everyone. Around with this and see how it goes. Okay, so today I'm super excited to talk to you guys about my very favorite topics, and mainly because I have spent so much time lately really trying to hone in and figure out what my brand is. Hey Brenly, if you're watching right now, or Jessica, or whoever's on here, if you guys can just text me and let me know if you're seeing. Okay, that'd be awesome. I don't know if you're seeing me or the slides, but oh yay, thanks Bren. That was so fast. I can see the slides on the left. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave those up there. Okay, so first and foremost, always remember, this is not about Beachbody. This is not even about the products that we sell. This is about you. And this is about you packaging yourself just like you were the product. That's what is critical. When you think about a product on a shelf, right, that's Beachbody to some extent, right? We have all these products that we sell. 21 Day Fix is going to give you different results than Insanity or whatever. But those from the website, they don't have to buy them from you. It's kind of like, oh, yay. Coming up on the computer. Hopefully you guys can't see that. Anyway, you know, you've got to get focused on the fact that people are not buying, they're buying you. And that's really, really scary, I think, especially as you're a new coach, because, you know, we don't, there's a lot of like vulnerability that comes with being what people are purchasing. And, you know, if you are not confident in who you are and what you can provide, then it's just not going to come together. And one thing that, if you guys don't know, I enrolled in the Marketing Impact Academy, which is Shalene's like main that she sells to like entrepreneurs, right? And it is incredible. Like, I've already gotten so much from the first week of information. And one thing that really has stuck with me is that it's this magnet effect, right? So it's repel. So in order for you to attract people to you, you have to be okay with repelling other people. You just have to. And in fact, I really like the way that, because when you repel people, that just opens up your time to be able to give to the people that you're attracting. Bad thing. You know, we are not everyone's cup of tea. And it's interesting because, right, our team, there's something that unites all of us, because that's why we were attracted to one another. So if you're worried about repelling people, right, if you try and talk to everyone, you will talk to no one. I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but it's this idea, like, if I attract all these people and then I get kind of this like random person in, they're not going to be happy. They're not going to jive with you or your team. And so it's not a bad thing to repel the people that don't jive, and it's okay. All right, so let's actually dive in. We're going to do some work on this today, right? So first, the hard stuff. So this is the stuff that you have to spend some time really digging into and thinking about. To try and keep the call a little bit shorter today, I'll post these slides on the team page later, and you can kind of go back and do the work. But I want you to at least start thinking about this now. So let's dive in. So you need to just determine who your, you know, niche person is. Like, Shalene tells a story about when she went on QVC, and it's like home shop. So they actually put you through all this training and how to not pitch, but like just talk to their customer, and give her a name. They know where she lives. They know how old she is. And they're like, talk to our gal. You've got to talk to her. And I chuckled listening to that, because it is so true. Again, like, we get so nervous about being too specific that no one at all through and really answer these questions. And it's going to be different for every single person on this team. So get specific, right? The QVC people, where does their girl live? She's 40 to 50 years old. You know, for me, it's my person lives in a mountain state. Utah, Colorado, Montana, Wyoming. What's their age range? Who are you speaking to? Are you talking to 35 to 45? Is it 25 to 30? Like, who is it? Are they married? Are they single? Do they have kids? No kids? Get really clear who you're speaking to. And, you know, the whole point of this is that I think many of us talk to new moms, right? Like, that's our niche. That's not really a niche, guys. That is great that you have defined that piece of your person, but that's not all of it. A profession. Do they work outside the home? What do they do? Are they, you know, a high school football coach? Are they a nurse in HR? Are they a stay-at-home mom? I call it a work from home mom, because staying at home is like the hardest job. What's their household income? For me, it was easier to define what my person's income was as opposed to the household's income. So you can do that too. What kind of car do they drive? And then the really, like, this is kind of the fun part, right? Like, what shows do they watch? What magazines do they read? And what websites do they visit? So in on this, go back to you. Who were you before you started Beachbody? Or like you'll hear people say, who were you 5 minutes ago? Talk to the you of 5 minutes ago. So if you're struggling to answer these questions, I encourage you to just go back yourself and what kinds of things you were doing when you were introduced to this opportunity. Okay, so part 2. This is really starting to define, we've talked about who you're speaking to. Now let's talk about what you want them to take or from what you're giving to the world. So I want you to answer these questions. Potential and future customers will see you. How do you think most people see you now? With that one, defining where you're at right now today is going to, you have to have that starting off point. It's like taking a before picture, right, in our transformations. So you have to have that before you can have an after. And you need to know like where you're going to go and what work needs to be done to get you where you want to go. So this part is kind of hard. How do you think most people see you now? That really takes the ability to step back, go look at your social media, go look at your Instagram, go look at your Facebook, whatever social media you're on. What are you putting out there to the world? Okay, using 5 adjectives or short phrases, describe your personal brand's desired look and feel. So let's move on from where you're at. Let's start thinking about where do you want to go? What do you want it to look like? You might not be there now, but that's okay. What do you want it to be? So this, the message you're conveying about you, that should have kind of bumped up top, but again, like it's so critical that you figure out where you're at right in this moment. And then I'll share this with you guys because it was such a huge, like pivotal, like breakthrough for me. And it honestly just happened 2 nights ago. Why are you so passionate about your business? Why, we all do this to help people. Right? We wouldn't be coaches if we didn't want to help other people. But why are you passionate about it? What makes it important to you to succeed? And I'll tell you I'll touch on it really briefly. For me, when I was growing up, I had a really rough relationship with my parents. And since growing up, it's a lot better. But one thing that was my weight. And it's interesting to kind of look back with a very, hindsight's 20/20. So I was more overweight. My mom and I had a really hard relationship. When I was thinner and, about myself, we had a great relationship. So I don't want to exclusively say that her love was tied to it and the shape I was, but there is a piece of that that's there. So that is hard. That's hard to admit. And I honestly had never even thought about it until 2 nights ago when I realized that's why I'm so passionate about health and fitness, because I was never trying to be healthy and fit for me. I was trying to have my parents' love and affection. And I don't want people to have to go through that. I want them to understand how to be healthy and fit for themselves. Guys, because I have never shared that. This is the first time I've shared it really with anyone. And I am quite certain that that is a big piece of what business, because I didn't know that's what I needed to do. So I really encourage you guys, think about that. Why are you so passionate about what you do? Right. So this is the fun part, the test. Thanks, Taylor. I love your text. We're in this together, girl. All right. To really define what your current to people, I'm gonna put the test to you guys. Let's do this and get it done before the end of the day tomorrow. So text, call, whatever, 5 to 8 of your, or people that are just gonna be really and truly honest with you, and share with them, this is what I want my brand to convey. my social media currently, am I in line with the message I want to share with the world? And change to help me be more in line with that. This is kind of a hard one if you're feeling vulnerable. You've got to get past that, because if you want this business to grow, you've got to move on and be open to suggestion. Be open to not even constructive criticism, like just be open to criticism, honestly. A lot of people lack tact, so if you get your feelings hurt, like that, we are all in this to build 6- and 7-figure incomes. Okay, now for the fun stuff, because this is why it's fun. All right, so this is a brand board, and if you guys haven't seen these, get on Pinterest and start checking them out. Specifically, what I did was I went through and I answered all of those questions that we have gone through on the last slides, and I figured out, like, what is it that what do I want people to get when they, like, instantly, you know, snap judgment, look at my picture, look at my website, look at my Facebook cover, like whatever it is, what do I want them to get from that? And then I went to Pinterest and I just, like, honestly, I started scrolling through. Like, I picked a color, I searched on a color, and I think it was like rose gold branding. And I mean, a crap ton of stuff comes up, right? So I just started going through, picking stuff that I liked and that resonated with me. Let's see. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I've got how to, so I'm gonna pause and word, and then it also comes, so it's your logos are up top, your brand colors are here, it shows you some inspiration, and then you've got some fonts. So that's the all-encompassing brand board. And then these were like my specific logos, and I found these on Etsy. I found a girl to do like semi-custom logos. And again, I'm going to post all of these in the team page, so don't worry. Go to Pinterest. The second piece, and this is why I want to jump to this slide. So I don't know if you guys 3D image books when you were a kid, but you had to, like, eyes and, like, kind of soften your gaze, and then all of a sudden, like, these images would appear, right? So it's kind of the same weird, but if you do that as you're going through and, like, scrolling through Pinterest, there are things that will pop out at you. There are, you know, and words, like, I can't even tell you how many quotes I have, but it's like the words of the quote, but also the colors that they use and the images that stood out to me. So go through, soften your gaze. I know that sounds hippie, but I'm okay with that. And figure out what speaks to you. After you've done all of that, like, go back to your board. I made mine a secret board because, like, I don't really need people looking at my branding. That's for me. But, you know, spend time imagining what you're going to do with this. Are you going to just use this for Facebook? Like, there's no right or wrong answer to that. And more important, I'm going to post in the comment video to our page. You have to know what season your business is in. If you're in like a phase 3, 2-star diamond, you're opening up your second CBC, you know, a lot of this stuff you'll probably have already done. And if you haven't done it, you're in a very different place than someone who is, you know, just hitting emerald and wanting to, you know, needing to hit diamond next and, like, starting that attraction marketing. So go through the season your business is in, figure that out, and then you'll kind of get some better clarity around what direction you're going to go and, like, what you're going to do with all of this stuff. But does not change the fact that you need to do it. You 100% need to do it. All right, so, like, for me, I have that I built, and I have a friend who's a photographer, so we went and I had some photos taken. Wasn't terribly expensive, and that's something I would encourage all of you is, like, I'm not saying go cheap, but find someone who will do good work that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. And then you can see on my website, it has, like, and it's on my logos as well, passion plus potential. So that's me, right? That is my brand. That's my mission statement. But you have got to figure out what you want the world to know about you. Glance at your page. What do you want them to say, right? Like this image is like, she's got red hair. That's crazy. She's definitely unorthodox. She's doing a workout move in front of mountains. Like she's got to be in, she's outdoorsy and she likes to work out and, whatever you're taking from it. But got that passion and potential. So these are all of the things like, bringing that together. Again, you do not have to have a website. This is just something that I've chosen to do. But it's also my Facebook cover page or photo. Like you definitely want to have your Facebook cover photo telling a story because that's one of the first things people are going to see. Okay, so as far as like a website and photos, I highly recommend WordPress. I have searched and done a lot of, different sites and tried like different hosting options, but honestly, you guys, if you're just trying to do this like pretty quick and not quick and dirty, but you know what I mean? Like you don't want to have to waste a lot of time. WordPress is where it's at. I do recommend getting your own personalized domain. So that does cost a little bit of money, but I really think it's worth it if you're wanting to build a brand that's not just, I'm a blogger. That's just my personal recommendation. You can do whatever you want. It is you and your business, first and foremost. Photos, photographers, right? They're not all created equal. So, and it kind of goes with number 3, like you need to have an idea in mind of what you want before you go into this. So photo, I'm totally obsessed with it. Not because I'm obsessed with me, but because of what she did as a photographer. And the reason I like it so much is that I sent her, 3 or 4 photos of different things that I liked, things I found on Pinterest, and they were honestly all like yoga related. But she took that and said, here's some stuff I've done in the past. Which of these do you like? And we were able to kind of like work together to hone in on that. So again, like find someone that you can work well with and before you go into it. And honestly, you guys, I feel like there are so many coaches that are just afraid to a little bit of money because I think they feel like they're wasting it. This is so not a waste. This is a true investment in you and your business. If you are going to work it, like do it. Don't half-ass it. Don't continue to just use like stock photos of, Autumn and her 21-day fix containers. Like be you, own you. That's what this whole thing is about, is branding yourself. It's kind of like my little soapbox. So sorry. So other recommendations, right? So get really tagline. I think there are quite a few videos on YouTube that you guys can search for how to and I really, really recommend you do that. Get clear. Like I know that my mission is to help others unlock filled with passion. I have said that, probably 1,000 times, and it rolls right off my tongue, but I know that that is why I'm here. It's not to sell Beachbody products. Beachbody is an amazing way for us to help people get fit and healthy at home. Most people gym. Most women, can't find a sitter to go to the gym for an hour every day, but they can do Beachbody and they can learn how to eat clean. They are buying Beachbody? No, they're buying me. They're buying me as their coach and what I can offer and how I interact with them, and because they like attracted to me. So remember that at the end of all of this is about you and why you're doing, this, that foundation. Get back to the basics. And I love this last line, right? Seek ideas, don't steal ideas. So when you're going through, it's really easy to find someone's, cover photo or whatever that you really like, and to basically just do like a replica of that. Don't do it. Use that as inspiration. Copy it. I'm telling you, you will come off as not genuine. Peace is not from you and from your heart. I know I've talked to a couple of the coaches on our team about, you know, they following a lot of top coaches, and my personal opinion is it's okay if you want to follow like a couple, but do not exclusively, and like, because you will start to naturally just kind of start to copy what they do, and that's not you. You know, it's inspiration, but do not let it, you know, take over who you are. You're still you at the end of the day. Let's see, I'm gonna go back here and let's see if I can stop screen sharing. Hi. Okay, I had on my slides today. So if there are any questions and you want to enter it in the chat pod, feel free. But I think viewers right now, which is fine by me, it makes me less nervous. So anyway, I hope that you guys are having an amazing Thursday. Oh, that's good. Have an amazing day. I love that my text messages pop up on my screen, so it's incredibly distracting. I should have thought about that first, but anyway, guys, that's everything I had. I hope that you go and enjoy having fun building your brand and figuring out who you are and what you have to offer everyone out there. Figure out your niche, figure out who you're talking to, who's your girl, who's your guy, what is it that you're gonna give to them when they sign up with you as their coach. So have a great day. If you have any questions, post them in our team page after I get this video uploaded, okay? Love you guys. Talk to you later.